Hi, I'm Alex Voigt.
And I'm Jake Peters, and our faculty mentor is Dr. Klinger. And for this research project, we are presenting a hierarchical modeling for housing submarkets in the Fargo-Moorhead area. So for our analysis, we are using a data set from a local realtor agency. And this data set has records of housing sales from the FM area over the last 20 years. There are about 60,000 sales in total. We have information about the listing price, sales price, and dates on market, and more for each sale. We also have information about each home, including the square feet, the year the house was built, number of bedrooms, bathrooms, and many more features.
Some of our goals for this project, we wanted to be able to accurately model sales price across time and location, as well as the individual characteristics of houses. We wanted to be able to determine the hedonic value of these attributes. And lastly, we want to be able to visualize and present the data to people not necessarily in the field of data or real estate. In order to do that, we couldn't just rely on the data set we got. We also had to look at some external data sources. So we calculated things like months remaining inventory and affordability index using labor statistics. Months remaining inventory is a measure of supply to demand, and affordability index is a ratio of the median home price to the median household income at a given time. And lastly, we used census tracts gathered from the Census Bureau to cluster our homes into neighborhoods for analysis. And from this, we were able to create models. We built models using two different response variables. First is price difference between the sales price and the list price. This is when we had list price given to us, we're able to provide a more accurate estimate of how much that home will actually sell for. And secondly, we have a sales price model that is a hedonic model based on the log transformed sales price and the individual attributes of a house, not including list price. And using these, we created hierarchical linear models. We treated slope and census tract as random effects to simulate various submarkets based on census tract. And we included many fixed effects in our model. Most notably, log transform square footage, number of bedrooms, number of bathrooms, and garage stalls were some of the more meaningful indicators. And we were able to get models that were pretty accurate. So the price difference model has an R-squared of 0.996 on independent data, and the hedonic sales price model has an R-squared of 0.864 on new data, which is significantly better than naive calculations like using the list price or even basic linear models. So hedonic model or hierarchical models, excuse me, were much more meaningful. And we also created these models with variants that allowed for weights to be used when we're predicting new data to ensure that the current market data is more accurate than necessarily older data.
And then to communicate the data to the public, we use the Shiny app from our studio. And for this, we built an interactive map of Fargo-Moorhead using Leaflet that displays houses currently on the market, where people can filter the houses for features like number of bedrooms. And so like all the houses would display with 5 bedrooms, and there is a pop-up prediction of sales price, a prediction sales price for each house when hovered over. And the next tab, users can input features for a hypothetical house, and our hedonic model predicts the cost of that house. And there's an example of the filtering slide there. And there's the price predicting slide, and then you can scroll down more and click submit, and then the house price will be predicted.
And thank you for your time. We were able to come up with some pretty effective hierarchical models for this data set, and we're looking forward to doing more research in the future.